Hello, students. Mr. Oza here, your English teacher. It is time for us to work on classwork number 54. We are going to start reading this novel called The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. And we're going to start off, of course, with chapter 1. And the title of this chapter, the title that I have given this chapter, is Amir, Hassan, and the Soldier. So once again, welcome into this unit, The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. This is the novel that we are reading. I hope you enjoyed the pre-unit work that we did, the work on learning about Afghanistan, learning about the main characters, learning about some themes and motifs in this novel. So now that we've done all that, let's jump into the new book. So some directions here for you before we get started. In your Google Doc, you should have already looked at 4 pictures by now. You should have already done a prediction and question by now that I gave you some feedback on. Now you're obviously watching this video. Great. Once you're done with this video, you're going to read the chapter. You're going to fill out your says means matters chart, and then you're going to do an open response. All right. So we are on step number 3 here in the classwork for today. And what we're going to do first in this video is just go over those 4 pictures that you already saw, and I'm just going to clarify exactly what's happening in those 4 pictures. So here is our main character, Amir. He's a 35-year-old man living in California. How did he get there? Well, we're going to learn the whole story of how he got there. All right, he's talking to his friend on the phone. You might remember his mentor, his father's old friend, Rahim Khan. He's talking to him on the phone for the first time in a long time. He has an emotional conversation. We'll learn about that conversation later on in the book. When he hangs up the phone, he heads into Golden Gate Park here in San Francisco, a beautiful park here in Northern California. And as he's walking around, he starts thinking about his childhood. And as he starts thinking about his childhood, he thinks about his best friend growing up, this kid named Hassan. And so here on the right side, this is Amir. This is the main character. He ends up, as we know, in California. Northern California, beautiful San Francisco. And he thinks back to his friend Hassan. Hassan, when he grew up, was bullied a lot. And one of the reasons why he was bullied was because he was part of the minority ethnic group. Right? There are 2 major ethnic groups that we're going to talk about in this book, the Pashtuns and the Hazaras. P for Pashtun, H for Hazara. So these 2 little boys growing up, they don't really care so much about their ethnic differences, but other people do. One of those people is this soldier. They're walking around the city, and they see a member of the Afghan military, and this guy just starts berating the little kid Hassan. So Amir, remember, he's our main character. He's telling the story, and he's telling the story of how his friend gets bullied by an adult, by one of these soldiers in the Afghan military. And so it's kind of a sad moment to start off the story, to see a little kid get bullied like that and get bullied by, a full-blown adult. The topic of that bullying, it's a little bit intense. It's a racial thing and, a few other things that go into it. I'll let you read the text and I'll let you learn the details for yourself. So once this video is over, it will be done in just a moment. It will be time for you to read the chapter on your own. Click the link in your Google Doc and you can read the chapter. It's a New York Times bestseller, so I hope you enjoy it. Here is one of the many covers of The Kite Runner. This is our main character, Amir, here, and he seems to be looking into a dark alley, it looks like. What is he looking at? What is he looking for? Those are questions that will be answered in a later chapter. Once you're done reading the chapter, or while you're reading the chapter, it's up to you, you're going to fill out the says means matters chart. So this is, basically the same thing that we did in term 1 and term 2. If I give you a quote, you read the quote in the text and you give me a description of what's happening. page number to help you find the context. If I give you the description, page number, for context, then you go into the book and you find me a quote that matches that description. And don't forget to add in a citation, author's last name, and the page number. Pretty simple. And then don't forget to explain here in the right side column why those quotes and those descriptions, why they're important, why they matter, why do they resonate? Why did I choose those moments in the story? After you fill out that chart, time for an open response. As always, you're just going to share your opinion on this open response, so don't overthink it. There is no such thing as a right or a wrong answer, as long as you use some sort of evidence to support your claim. Use a quote from the novel or anywhere else, whether it's some show or some movie or something else that you read. Use a quote to support your answer. And remember, like I always say, you have 4 quotes here. Whether I gave you the quotes or you found the quotes on your own, you have a list of quotes right here that you can use in your open response. All right, so that's it for Chapter 1, everybody. Classwork number 54. I want to thank you for watching. My email address is right there. If you're not in Zoom class right now and you're watching this on your own, you can call me, text me, email me if you need any help with this assignment. I really hope that you guys like this book. It's one of my favorites. Over the years, I've read this book with many different groups of students, and it's a memorable book, and this is just the beginning of the journey. So again, I want to thank you for watching. Let me know if you all need any help. My name is Mr. Oza, and as always, I hope you all have a great class.